There's a story Sarah Blakely tells a lot around why she looks at failure in a completely different way. And the reason is because her dad used to actually high five her if she made some type of mistake during the day, or if she had some type of failure, if she did something that was outside the realm of what and how she kind of defines success as a young lady, as a young girl. So what you start to realize is it kind of changed the way that she looked at failure. So when she went around to starting Spanx, she already had imprinted in her a foundation that really celebrated failure, because knowing that failure was not final, but it was a way and path that was very intertwined with success, you needed to have the failure to have the success. So that's one of the really big things that you want to kind of take away, more than anything else. Loads of CEO nuggets that, of course, that we've had on our podcast, but just know that the essence of entrepreneurship is all around problem solving. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have that to reach success, but I think a lot of people that get into entrepreneurship and business are trying to solve problems. They're trying to make an impact. That might be looked at from a revenue standpoint, X amount of clients, X amount of, revenue that you want to achieve. But when you start to drill that down, it's like, how many people are you helping? How many people are you ultimately impacting? I think that that's the heart of entrepreneurship, and understanding that journey is not always just about, are you able to create a better mousetrap, but does anybody else know about this mousetrap? Does the visibility part play such a big part? So as you will hear during each of these episodes, I'll kind of go a little bit more in depth around all the other aspects, all the other pillars, but know that entrepreneurship, I think, is definitely the essence of business. And I think honestly is one of the essences of life, because when you approach life with the mentality that you're going to solve the problem, you're not asking or seeing the world as this is how it is. You're seeing the world with an opportunity of ways that you can change it. You just have to determine if it's going to be worthwhile to kind of go on that path and pursue and invest the resources to be able to solve whatever those problems might be. And that's where a lot of times you'll hear people say, you want to be passionate about business. Do you need to be passionate about the business that you're in? Absolutely not. But the reason that you're considering being passionate about it, and you probably want to be passionate about it, is because it's so hard and so difficult and so draining. So that when you kind of hit those roadblocks, when you hit those speed bumps, when you don't have any more gas that's in the tank, so to speak, you're going to be pulling upon that passion to kind of get you through those challenging times. So you're more likely to stick with it and have that stick to itiveness if you are passionate about it than if you're not. So that's one of the really big things I wanted to get across. When you're looking at this pillar, of course, you can definitely check out our site to hear a little bit more about each of those pillars, and of course, be able to join the community where we're going to be delving down deeper into each of these different pillars.